After the horrors of World War I, people seem to want to forget. Some indulged in the decadence of the 20s, but others were alarmed by this moral decay and fought to return to the good old days. The result? Prohibition. Whether in good times or bad, people always manage to have fun. The weekend has become a time to unwind, and crowds flock to the comedy and adventure of the silver screen. D.W. Griffith shows one version of history in his film, Birth of a Nation. Other Griffith films make Mary Pickford the world's first movie star. And Charlie Chaplin's lovable little tramp endears him to the world. Even out of costume, these two can't resist performing for the camera. Leading men and women of the movies become popular icons. Tabloid papers gain popularity. And to add even more sensation to the stories, articles often feature the public's favorite stars. Meanwhile, on Broadway, Florence Ziegfeld's Follies are a hit. And musicians like Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, and Louis Armstrong contribute to the popular sound of the day. In the 20s, people dance at marathon pace for good causes. The Charleston is popular, and in Europe and America, the South American tango is a craze. Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig thrill fans as they knock 'em out of the park. Fanciful balloons dance their way down Broadway in the first Macy's parade in New York. Women have fun with daring new swimwear and exotic hairstyles. There's a sense of political apathy and a disregard for conventions that alarms conservatives. In America in 1921, Warren Harding runs for election with a campaign slogan that sums up the conservative desire, return to normalcy. But as hard as conservatives try, there's no retreat to yesteryear. The cultural shift is already happening. More than any other issue, prohibition lays like an equator between America's divided halves. On the day prohibition takes effect, conservatives like Senator William Jennings Bryan applaud the great light that will shine down on the country's dark saloons. But as police close down breweries and bars, an illegal network of bootleggers and speakeasies springs up to fill the void. Even when they become known, the underground bars are seldom shut down. The police conduct raids, breaking up bottles and kegs of beer. But for all of the show, they cannot stop the production of alcohol, and some of the policemen are actually good customers. Ironically, the very measure that tries to stem society's ills only breeds new forms of corruption. Gangsters come of age. Al Capone finances an empire on the sales of illicit liquor. Men like Bugs Moran and John Dillinger famously flout the law. Although Dillinger meets with a violent end after a gun battle with federal agents. Prohibition's attempt to legislate morality is a failure. To the relief of many Americans, it's finally abolished in 1933. Churchill, Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, Hirohito, and FDR. These were the men who influenced the second part of the 20th century. Their visions, whether constructive or destructive, shaped their time and the times we now live in. Thank you for joining us for our look at the great moments of the 20th century. I'm Laura McKenzie.